Tonight's story is here to bring you warmth and a peaceful night. Lobelia and the Friendly Ghost of Warmth. This story is about a young girl named Lobelia and a friendly ghost named Lumina, whose warmth and kindness bring comfort and joy to a village. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, there lived a young girl named Lobelia. She had sparkling blue eyes and a heart as warm as the sun in midsummer. Every evening, as stars twinkled in the night sky, Lobelia would sit by her window and gaze at the moon. One night, as she was lost in her thoughts, a gentle, translucent figure appeared beside her. It was a friendly ghost, who introduced herself as Lumina. Lumina had a luminous presence, glowing like a soft candle in the dark. She explained that she was the ghost of warmth, bringing comfort and joy to those who needed it. As days passed, Lobelia and Lumina formed a bond like no other. Lumina showed Lobelia the hidden beauty of the village, blooming flowers that glowed under moonlight and trees that whispered tales of old. Lobelia, in turn, shared her dreams and fears, her hopes and aspirations. Together, they discovered the magic in the ordinary. One cold winter night, a fierce storm swept through the village. A wind howled and snow piled high, causing the villagers great distress. Lumina knew it was her time to truly help. She enveloped the village with her warm glow, turning the snow into gentle, sparkling flakes that melted away. The villagers marveled at the sudden change, feeling a sense of peace and wonder. That night, Lobelia realized that Lumina's warmth wasn't just a physical heat, but the embodiment of kindness and love. With Lumina's guidance, she began spreading that warmth herself, comforting friends and strangers alike. Lumina's presence gradually faded, not because she was leaving, but because she had become a part of Lobelia's own inner glow. Years later, as Lobelia grew into a wise and compassionate woman, she often told the story of Lumina, the friendly ghost, to her children, who would listen eyes wide with wonder, feeling the warmth of the tale seep into their hearts. And so a legacy of warmth and kindness continued, passed down through generations, reminding everyone that true warmth comes from within. Let's wander gently into the next story. Sweet Pea and the Sunbeam Spirit. This story is about a kind-hearted girl named Sweet Pea who learns to find her inner strength with the guidance of a radiant sunbeam spirit named Yuri. Once upon a time, in a charming little village surrounded by rolling hills and lush meadows, there lived a kind-hearted young girl named Sweet Pea. Sweet Pea had long, wavy hair the color of golden honey, and her eyes sparkled like the morning dew. She was beloved in the village for her gentle demeanor and her ability to make anyone smile. Every morning, Sweet Pea would take a walk through the meadows, collecting wildflowers and humming softly to herself. One day as she wandered deeper into the meadow than she ever had before, she noticed a bright and glimmering light dancing among the flowers. Curiosity piqued, Sweet Pea followed the light until she found herself face to face with a radiant spirit. The spirit introduced herself as Yuri, the Sunbeam Spirit. Yuri was a captivating figure, her translucent wings shimmering with every color of the rainbow, and her presence exhibited warmth and kindness. Sweet Pea was in awe of Yuri and listened eagerly as the spirit explained her purpose. "I am here to guide and protect," Yuri said, her voice as soothing as a summer breeze. "Whenever you feel lost or unsure, seek my light, and I will help you find your way." From that day on, Sweet Pea and Yuri formed a special bond. Whenever Sweet Pea encountered a challenge, Yuri's light would appear, guiding her through difficulties with an inner strength she never knew she had. Whether it was finding a lost lamb or helping a friend in need, Yuri's guidance always led Sweet Pea to the right path. Over time, the villagers began to notice the change in Sweet Pea. Her confidence grew, and she became a beacon of hope and compassion to everyone around her. But one evening, as the sun set and the sky painted with hues of orange and pink, Sweet Pea sat by the meadow, reflecting on her journey. "Thank you, Eerie," she whispered into the gentle breeze. "I couldn't have done it without you." Eerie's soft laughter filled the air, and she appeared beside Sweet Pea, her wings glowing softly in the twilight. "You always had the strength within you, my dear. I only helped you to see it." With that, Eerie gave Sweet Pea a gentle hug before disappearing into the twilight, leaving behind a trail of golden light. Sweet Pea watched until the last glimmer faded, a feeling of peace and gratitude spreading through her heart. And from that moment on, she knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, she would always have the guidance and support of the Sunbeam Spirit. The next story awaits, calm and peaceful. Bluebonnet and Sweet Pea, The Journey of Strength. This story is about Bluebonnet and Sweet Pea embarking on a journey to find strength to protect their village from a storm, discovering that true strength comes from within, and the bonds they share. Once upon a time, in a village nestled between vibrant wildflower meadows and whispering forests, there lived a young girl named Bluebonnet and a gentle creature named Sweet Pea. Bluebonnet had eyes the color of the sky, and her heart was as vast as the horizon. Sweet Pea, on the other hand, was a small, fairy being who radiated warmth and kindness. They were inseparable friends, sharing every joy and sorrow. One day, the village was shaken by news of a great storm approaching from the north. The villagers were fearful, unsure if their homes would withstand the fury of nature. Looking at the worried faces around her, Bluebonnet felt a surge of determination. She turned to Sweet Pea and said, "We must find a way to protect our village." Sweet Pea nodded, his tiny eyes filled with resolve. The duo decided to seek advice from the wise old tree that stood tall at the edge of the forest. The tree, ancient and knowledgeable, welcomed them with a rustle of its leaves. "Over from the storm, you must find the hidden strength within," the tree whispered. Bluebonnet and Sweet Pea exchanged uncertain glances but thanked the tree and set off on their journey. They traveled through the emerald forest, where the trees stood like guardians. As they walked, they encountered a river, its currents swift and strong. Bluebonnet hesitated, but Sweet Pea gently nudged her forward, reminding her of their mission. With hearts pounding, they crossed the river, their bond unwavering. Next, they climbed the rocky ridge, where the wind howled like a ferocious beast. When Bluebonnet's steps faltered, Sweet Pea's presence gave her the strength to continue. With every challenge they faced, their resolve grew stronger. Finally, they reached the crystal cavern, where ancient crystals glowed with an ethereal light. Bluebonnet and Sweet Pea entered the cavern, their reflection casting kaleidoscopic patterns on the walls. "Here lies the heart of strength," echoed a voice that seemed to come from the crystals themselves. In the heart of the cavern, they found a brilliant blue crystal. Bluebonnet touched it, and a warm, powerful energy flowed through her. She realized that the strength they sought was within them all along. They returned to the village as the storm clouds gathered in the sky. Bluebonnet stood tall, drawing on the newfound strength within her. Sweet Pea stood by her side, his free presence a comfort to all. Together, they helped the villagers fortify their homes, comforting those in fear. When the storm finally hit, the village stood strong, its people united by the strength and love that Bluebonnet and Sweet Pea had discovered. As the sun reappeared the next morning, the village celebrated their survival. Bluebonnet and Sweet Pea were hailed as heroes, but they knew that true heroism lay in the strength of a united, loving community. From that day forward, they lived with the knowledge that strength comes not just from within, but also from the bonds we share with those we love. And each night, under the stars, Bluebonnet and Sweet Pea would remember their journey and the strength that had awakened in their hearts. The next story awaits, ready to ease your mind. Poppy and Frisia's Enchanted Adventure. This story is about a curious girl named Poppy, who discovers a magical world with a fairy named Frisia, learning the beauty of friendship and nature. Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled between rolling hills and meandering rivers, there lived a curious girl named Poppy. Poppy had golden hair that shimmered like the morning sun and eyes as blue as the summer sky. She was known for her kind heart and adventurous spirit. One evening, as Poppy was wandering through the forest near her home, she stumbled upon a hidden path that she had never seen before. Intrigued, she followed the winding trail until she reached a small clearing. In the center of the clearing stood a magnificent tree with vibrant, colorful leaves that seemed to glow from within. As Poppy approached the tree, she noticed a tiny door at its base. With a gentle push, she opened the door and found herself in a magical land that sparkled with enchantment. In this land of wonders, Poppy met a little explorer named Frisia. Frisia was a tiny fairy with wings that glistened like the dewdrops on a spring morning. She had a mischievous smile and a twinkle in her eyes. "Welcome to my world," Frisia said as she fluttered round Poppy. "I can show you the magic that lies within." Hand in hand, Poppy and Frisia embarked on an adventure through enchanted forests, across shimmering lakes, and over floating islands. They met talking animals, danced with the stars, and even helped a family of gnomes find their lost treasures. As they journeyed, Poppy learned about the importance of friendship, the beauty of nature, and the magic that exists in every corner of the world. With each new experience, her heart grew fuller and her spirits soared. When it was time for Poppy to return home, she felt a twinge of sadness, but also a deep sense of gratitude for the incredible experiences she had shared with Sweet Pea. "Remember, Poppy," Frisia said as she hugged her new friend tightly, "the magic is always within you." Just believe. Poppy returned to her village, forever changed by her enchanted adventure. She carried the magic of that land in her heart and shared its wonders with everyone she met. And every so often, she would visit the hidden path in the forest, knowing that the world of magic was only a doorway. Sleep deeply and peacefully. Good night.